Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this video. I'm really excited to show you guys how we built our raised garden as well as our in-ground garden. So the first one you guys are seeing right now is our raised bed garden, and all we did for this one is we purchased this tin feeder off of Tractor Supply. We got it on sale for $99, but we decided to go with this because it's just gonna last way longer than it would if we just built a raised bed out of wood, because wood does decompose and it does rot as well. So eventually you will have to replace your raised bed if it's made out of wood, and we just thought this tin feeder was quicker, and we just, again, we wanted to last for some time. So after we placed it where we wanted it, we did go ahead and fill it up with 9 bags of topsoil. We purchased the topsoil from Home Depot, and then once we filled up the tin with all 9 bags, we went ahead and we also added some lime. This is just regular lime you can get from Home Depot. It's not necessarily garden lime, but you can also buy garden lime. And then we also added these bricks inside of the dirt because we have found that the plants actually grip to the bricks, so it's easier for them to actually like stand up tall and get used to the soil. At least that's our theory. But after we placed the bricks, we did go ahead and mix some bags of Vigoro. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is just some raised bed soil. We added some Himalayan salt and some plant food. I don't know why, but this has worked for us. Don't quote us on this. We're not experts, but adding these things to our soil has made a difference in our other garden, so that is what we're doing, as well as adding some mushroom compost. You can get all of these soils at Home Depot. The most expensive one was the Vigoro one, and we only used 1 bag of that one, and it's like $8. So after we mixed all of our soils together, we just finished topping off our tin feeder. As you guys can see, Jonathan was just filling it up, and once it was filled up, we went ahead and we started planting our plants, and that was basically it. So in this planter, we did go ahead and put 2 tomato plants as well as some chiles. Right here you guys are only seeing part of it because we got some more plants later on. And the last detail you will see in just a minute that we add is we do add worms to our garden, because it just helps break down nutrients and decompose like leaves that fall onto the soil, and ultimately it just creates like better soil for your plants, and it makes them grow really nice and pretty. So I know it might be gross to a lot of you, but it definitely does work, and it does help your garden flourish. Honestly, I really am in love with the way both of our gardens turned out, so definitely make sure you stay till the end of this video to see how this garden came out, as well as the in-ground one and the other one that we already had. I will go ahead and I show you guys exactly how everything looks up to date. So yeah, definitely make sure to stay till the end of the video to go ahead and see what they look like now.
Think I'll survive. I met you in the summer. It was cold. Said we loved one.
Okay guys, so this is the progress on this garden so far. Last time you saw, we had the cement little barrier done, but now what we went ahead and did, or Jonathan did actually, is he did the wooden one. So like, I think it's a 2x4, right? So he did it with the 2x4, and now he's building out the frame. So this is where the door is gonna like open this way, and then that same frame he has right there will be this wall and that wall. But right now what he's doing is he's digging, and I'm gonna take over. But that's because we gathered all of this like waste from our front yard, from like leaves falling, weeds that have been picked up, and so on. So we have, what is this called, babe? A wheelbarrow? Huh? We have 1 full wheelbarrow of like just waste, but natural waste, that we're gonna go ahead and bury inside of our sand, because as you guys can tell, it's not the best quality soil, but this will definitely help it as it decomposes. So that is what we're gonna do right now.
Our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you. I'm so alone. I met you in the
Okay, you guys, so this is what I was doing. So I just basically filled up this hole with a bunch of waste, so like leaves. We did some like 2x4 studs that we had lying around. I just cut them into pieces, put them in there. Basically the idea is this will decompose and like help the soil, so it's not just like sand. So that is exactly what we did, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and cover it again and do the same thing to the other half. Okay everyone, so it is already getting dark outside, but I wanted to show you guys real quick where we're at. We're probably gonna continue going, but you probably won't see any progress until tomorrow. But we got all of it stuffed with all of that like leaf waste that we showed you, some pieces of wood, and then we put the dirt back in place. We leveled it out, and this is how it looks so far. So up next, we're gonna go ahead and start putting in our soils. So we have 3 bags of mushroom compost, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bags of this Bigoro all-purpose garden soil. This is for in-ground gardens, and then it's for basically everything we're gonna plant. And then for way up at the top, we got I don't know if some potting soil. So this is just for raised beds. So we're combining the, let me show you guys. So it's this one. So the moisture.
So compost is first.
Yeah, that's what I said. That this goes. So this goes first, and then this, and then this. This will help with like the moisture protection. So it'll help keep the water and just, I don't know, supposedly. And then for the top, we just have some mulch. We just went with red, so it combined our rocks, but that is what we're going to do. We also put worms in all of our soil, so that is what we'll be doing. Okay everyone, so this is the garden finished up without the plants, but this is how it looks. There is my little scooter right there, but it's all chicken wired up. The soil is already laid out and ready for us to plant some plants. This is what it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and start planting the plants we currently have in here, and I'm so excited.
Pretty good at being away from you. I met you in the summer when you left. It was cold. Said we loved one another. Guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer. Our love was out.
Hey everyone, so this is what this garden looks like now. It's been a few weeks and we definitely have a lot of growth. We have a lot of chiles. We have, these are tomatoes. These are tomatoes as well. These actually survived a freeze. It looked like they had died, but we just let them grow back and they're doing fantastic. We have some little tomatoes growing already. This one over here, you guys can see where it like froze and it broke off. Like there's several parts of it, but like even the tomato made it through, and then it grew like a whole separate, I don't know, it's just doing really good. But this is how this one looks. And then the bigger one, this is how the bigger one looks. And I'm so excited because we did go ahead and add this like little canopy thing. So Jonathan made the structure with some electrical pipe, and then I just sewed this sunscreen. I think it's called like a sunscreen, and I just sewed it to fit what Jonathan made, basically, so our plants don't get sunburned, because that one right there was getting a little bit sad in the afternoons with the sun. So now we can adjust this so we can move it all the way down, or whatever we need. But this is what the garden looks like. We have a little beehive right there, a hummingbird feeder right there, and then this door opens. So let me go ahead and open it real quick. So there we go. And then we just added some lamps in here, so it looks really nice at nighttime. These are turnips, so we have them all over. We have some rosemary right there, some sage. We have more turnips. These are we're gonna transplant today, but it's a squash and a sunflower. Have squash, another type of squash, another type of squash over there, tomato plant. That is a sunflower. We have some strawberries, and these strawberries have actually already started growing. We have a little strawberry right there, another one back here, and yeah. And then this is, I don't know. Oh, this is cucumbers. And then more turnips. These are actually carrots, you guys. We have them all over. They're kind of just growing right now. And then this is another tomato plant, and we have some tomatoes coming out. We do have a chile already right here. And then that over there is a tomato plant. And then this one is a bee balm, so it attracts bees. You guys might think we're crazy, but we want bees in our garden. And that is basically it. Then we just have the sprayer. So where it's at right now, it actually sprays all of the plants. But that is how this little garden turned out, and I absolutely love it. I think it's so cute. But let me show you guys the last and final garden. And then this is the last and final garden. This is the one that Jonathan had. So he used my little Spring Blooms Raydon planter, and these are sunflowers. And then we have chamomile I think it's called, and then some more chiles, and he's going to plant a few other ones right here. And over here he has some oregano and some thyme, and this is also going to go into the big garden because it's going to outgrow this pretty soon. But that is all of our little gardens. And that is everything, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different, but I really wanted to share our gardens with you guys and how we went ahead and we made them. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not. I am excited to keep putting out some exciting content, especially now that summer is here. So yeah, make sure you hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!